Hello, welcome to Your Sovereign Soul. My name is Sienna, and I'm one of the coaches here at YourSovereignSoul.com, along with an energy worker. Today's topic is a brief one, but we're discussing that when you're in a relationship, your energy should be closed at all times. And a lot of people don't know what that means, but you have an energy, and when you're in an intimate relationship, and you have the intention of being loyal and honorable with that person you're with, your energy should be closed. When you're with a narcissist person, that energy is never closed. To the degree that you don't even have to be an empathic, open sort of person who picks up energy to feel that their energy most of the time is not closed. And sometimes when you think it's closed, it's just a manipulation. They're actually never closed. Narcissistic energy is never closed. And I will say this, most humans that are not narcissistic, their energy very rarely is closed. So we're going to unpack that a little bit. If you're not a narcissistic person, why your energy is not probably completely closed is this. And a lot of people don't want to hear this because it's hard to hear, because they don't want to look at themselves and take personal responsibility. So we're not talking about narcissists right now. We're talking about lay human beings. Lay human beings, men and women, look at pornography, which is not, unless it's an okay thing in your relationship, it is actually not good for your relationship. That is not keeping your energy closed. Because if you think about it, let's say you have 100% capacity of energy a day, and that energy gets taken up between your work, maybe your kids, driving, maybe your friends a little bit, but a lot of it should go to your spouse or your partner. But if you're taking some of that energy and you're putting it towards flirting with someone at your office, or looking at pornography, or, you can think of anything, Instagramming or Facebook Reels or Twitter on, good looking men or women's, half naked, reels, and you spend an hour doing that, your time is lost in that sort of abyss that is created for you to do that. You've kind of got the flow on. You are not closed completely. That is a very high percentage of normal human beings. I talk to many people in committed relationships, and there is, for a lot of them, there is still sort of an opening that they keep because, let's be honest, we like the attention, it feels good to be desired, it feels good to be needed and looked at, for me included, I like the energy given to me from the opposite sex. Now, I don't go and search for it. I don't look at the P word. I don't look at half naked men on all the different reels. I don't keep male friends, really. My energy is probably more closed than your average woman's energy. That is the truth. But I would say most people do not have energy that's closed. Their energy is somewhat open. A narcissist energy is completely open all the time. Even though they will tell you their energy is closed, even though they will say they do not look at the PORN word, they will say that they are, they're, a good person and they don't do these things. Narcissists are just really, really good at hiding it and really good at manipulation. They're amazing, actually. I'm quite impressed with them, but not in a, wow, I wish I was like them. It's like, wow, these entities that are controlling them are pretty darn good, because they're so into survival, they're going to do whatever it takes. most of us are not living with integrity. Now, it's one thing if you're in a relationship and that is the understood thing. Like we both are in a relationship where, okay, I'm not talking about a narcissist right now, just your average person. We're in a relationship where it's okay if you, like it's a little loose on the line, you know, it's like, it's okay. And that's fine, as long as that's an agreed upon thing. But I think that that is not what most people want out of a relationship. And so when you're with a narcissist, you feel that feeling of someone that is not completely closed and focused in energetically to that relationship, to your relationship. However, it is an interesting lesson to learn, as I have and did, that I don't want to be that person in another relationship where my energy is open, even just a little bit. And I find that being on this planet where there's so much sort of distraction physically at you, whether you're female or male, it is a more challenging time to keep your energy closed. And so I don't say all this because you have to be pious to be good, or you have to have strength of character, and you never have to falter and look at other people and desire the attention. I think that that's okay. But I think at the end of the day, you need to think about where your intention is. And are you yourself keeping your energy closed? You know, and if you know that your energy is only closed, 70% in your current relationship, then perhaps you should maybe ask yourself, how can I up it to 80%? And work on that and look at yourself if that serves you. I think it's good to have that communication with your partner, assuming you are in a relationship with an average human being that has empathy and cares about those things. Because I guarantee you, male or female, you are going to want that closed energy with your partner. If you're with a narcissistic person or you just left them, you already know that they are not capable of that. It is not their nature. The entity that drives them will not allow that because they are constantly looking for food. It's not ever going to stop for them unless these beings within these beings that are in these bodies of these narcissistic people decide somewhere or have a dark night of the soul moment where they're like, hey, I don't want to live like this anymore. And they actually take the time to really look at themselves and face themselves. So those people, those narcissistic people, will not, unless they look at themselves and they do the work, which will take time, they will never have closed energy within a relationship. You will never be their one and only, whether it's body, mind, or spirit, or all the above. And as I said, even normal lay people have a hard time promising that. And so how can you do that? How can you get yourself to be in a better place where you have your energy more closed? Well, you need to question, how would you feel if your partner has their energy opened, your normal partner? Would you like that? And the answer is no. Then perhaps, don't do the same thing. Keep your energy closed. Find your own fulfillment within yourself. You don't need other people of the opposite sex giving you validation. And I know that's a hard thing because we like it so much, but you do not need it. Self-validate. Give that energy and give that attention back to yourself. You don't need someone to tell you you're beautiful, you're sexy, or look at that. If you get it without having your energy open, great, okay. It's going to happen. But if your energy is a little bit open and a little bit hopeful, I would maybe question why it is. And it's not that as a woman, and I'm speaking as a woman because I can't speak as a man, part of being female is stepping into your sensuality. And that's, part of what I talk about is also embracing that aspect of yourself. And when you're in that place of sensuality and beauty, you do emit a certain aura and frequency. And that is what I ask that you, especially women who are listening, look at. If you have that energy that's out there, make sure you check the intention of it. If it's simply because you find that you're beautiful and you're in your power and you enjoy that, enjoy it. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a very feminine thing, and I think it is a very powerful thing when you're in that place. But I also think it is about being conscious of there will be attention that is garnered from being in that place. And what is that attention for you? Is it attention to make you feel better? Does it validate you? Or is it just, it doesn't really matter. It's like, if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, you're already full within yourself. And so keeping your energy closed in a relationship, or as closed as it should be or could be, does not mean that, again, speaking for women, you cannot step into your sensuality and be sensual and be this just beautiful flower of a feminine creature. It's that there's a difference. It's based on intention. What is your intention? And as long as your intention is clean, you are fine and your energy is safe. And that means that you are still having or creating or keeping a sanctuary and a sanctity with your partner. But if it's opened and you turn that on for others to gather validation and attention, that is open energy. And that does not have a place in any sustaining relationship. And so basically, we're talking about energy here. We're talking about, when you're in a relationship, is your energy closed or mostly closed, or is it a little bit opened? Obviously, if you're the narcissist person, it's always going to be open. We're talking about regular people here too. Most people's energy is a little bit opened. Our society wants that. So do the opposite and come back to a place of integrity within yourself. Know your intention. Communicate that with your partner. And be with a partner that is willing to and have the desire to have that closed energy too. I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think very few people have that. So anyway, if you have any questions, or if you'd like to have a coaching session with myself or fellow coach Idana, our information is below, along with energy work. Like this video, and I hope you are having a wonderful day.